Morgan.
I'm Harrison.
This is More Travel Please. We're a budget travel vlog. We travel the world even though we're completely broke.
Right now we are in Ottawa, Canada.
Well, not right now, but in the video we were in Ottawa. Right now we're in New Hampshire at our next place, so you'll have to subscribe to see the beautiful place we're staying in. This is Sasha, by the way, if you can see your head there. So what are we doing in this video, Harrison?
We are going to explore Ottawa, specifically all of the free things that Ottawa has to offer that we think are the coolest free things to do in the city.
Some of the things didn't work out, so we were your guinea pigs to see the free things that worked and the free things that didn't, so you're welcome.
Why are we doing the free things? Well, we are a budget travel channel and we really focus on saving as much money as we possibly can. So on the bottom right corner, you're gonna see a little ticker. That ticker goes up every time we spend money, so you guys know exactly how much we're spending to the penny to do what it does that we do.
To do what it does that we do.
To do what we do. How much it costs to do what we do.
All right, so let's get into it. This is our guide of the best free things to do in Ottawa. Enjoy. One of our favorite things to do when we go to new cities, and it's totally for free, is go to museums. So most cities have museums that are free to visit at least one day a week or at least one day a month. So it's the same thing here in Ottawa. There are a bunch of museums that are open to the public for free on Thursday evening. So we've come to the National Gallery of Canada. If you didn't know, I was actually a painting instructor for many years. I still love that job. So I am ready to go see some Canadian art. So let's go check it out. So I don't know how well you can see, but the National Gallery is right in the center of Ottawa, and you can see the beautiful Parliament building behind me. I actually don't know if you can see it, but it's there, I promise you. It's got fantastic views. This would be a great place to come in the daytime. Since we're budget travelers, we're only going to come on the free Thursday night, so we're not going to see it in the daytime. But it's got beautiful views of the city right from here. It's gorgeous.
So I'm going to start this new tradition of whenever we go to a museum or an art gallery or something of the like, I will wear my Cats of Art History shirt. It is beautiful in all of its glory. It was a gift from Morgan from a thrift store that she bought for $1, and it is the best dollar she has ever spent, I have to say. Just a beautiful shirt. Kind of fits right in, doesn't it?
So this painting stuck out to us because it's kind of funny. So the painter went from England to France without a passport, and he was under suspicion by the Parisian authorities. So in his Parisian hotel room, he fantasized about what it would be like to be imprisoned in the Bastille for not having his passport for 30 years. And I feel like this is the fear that we have whenever we're like, oh crap, where's our passport in the airport? This is what we think is going to happen to us, but I don't know, so that was kind of funny. Everyone has that fear, no matter what time of history.
So I don't know what you guys think as our audience, what makes a painting a great painting, but this one in particular is amazing to me. From far away, it looks good, but then you come closer to some of these details, and I look at this umbrella and it looks so realistic. It's crazy. I'm putting my face 3 inches from this. I can see the stitches between the fabric on the top of the umbrella, and then looking at this top right corner, I'm just like, the lighting abilities that this artist has is just phenomenal. It's so subtle, and I feel like mixing paints and to try and find the right colors to do that is such a difficult art in itself. Forget even being able to draw figures and bodies to look realistic. Just to get the lighting down by itself is such a challenge, and this artist dominated it. It looks so good.
So yeah, I actually was a painting instructor for many years. I painted not stuff like this, very simplified Bob Ross-esque type versions of things. I didn't go to an art school. I've never taken a painting class or anything, so I don't know all the terms or anything like that. I know a little bit about art history, but not much. So I'm sure that if you actually are informed or you have some sort of a guide, you will get much more out of any museum ever. But to me, I'm just such a visual person, and when I was a kid, I used to spend hours just looking at picture books and paintings and things like that with my favorite artists. So I can just stay in a museum, in a gallery, probably the whole day and never get bored. As someone who paints not this good, I just have a real huge appreciation for it. So that was fascinating. Down in the bottom of the gallery, there is a chapel, and it sounds like there's people singing, but you go there and there's no people there. It's just speakers. So everyone is hooked up to a microphone in their own part, like there's all the baritone, soprano, alto, everything. They have their own speaker, like per person, I think. So you go in there and you like go to the speaker and you can hear each individual singer. And not only that, the windows, the stained glass windows in the chapel look as though it's light outside, even though it's dark out. So you go in there and all of a sudden you're in this like heavenly chapel with these mysterious ghost singers, and it's like daytime all of a sudden. That was like fascinating. It's really cool. Directly across the street from the National Gallery of Canada is our next free thing to do in Ottawa, Notre-Dame Basilica. I am learning quickly that there are many Notre-Dame churches, not just the one in Paris. Unlike the one in Montreal, this Notre-Dame Basilica is free to go in. It's actually the oldest church in Ottawa. It was built in the late 1800s, and it is a National Historic Site of Canada. This church made it on our list of things to do for free in Ottawa because it is just so unbelievably stunning. What really stood out to me in this cathedral was the way that the light shone in through the stained glass onto the pews and the neo-Gothic structures and the ornate artwork. It was just honestly breathtaking. We are not religious, but we do love to see beautiful churches. We've seen a lot all throughout Europe because they tend to be just like this, just stunning. And you can appreciate churches and cathedrals and basilicas without being religious for the piece of history and art that it is, and that's what we take away from it. Of course, if you are religious, that's perfect too. We highly recommend checking out this cathedral while you are in Ottawa. So something that Harris and I love to do is to go hiking. We haven't done that yet while we've been in Ottawa, but there's a great area for hiking and snowshoeing right outside of the city. It's Gatineau Park over in Quebec. It's just probably about a half-hour drive or so from the city center. And yeah, we're here in rolling forest and hills, lots of beautifulness. We came here for a specific reason. We wanted to go to Carbide Wilson ruins, which are these cool house ruins in the middle of the forest, and this really nice trail next to like a beach, and there's waterfalls, and it's really beautiful and cool looking. We came here to go on that trail to see the ruins, but this is what happened once we got there to do that trail. We cannot go on the trail walking. You can't walk. You can be fined $100 if you're walking on this trail, because in the winter it turns into a ski trail and it costs $20 for a pass to ski. So it's not free at all. You have to have skis and then pay for the pass. So there's literally no way we can get to the ruins. There's no other trail. We can't even walk alongside the trail in the woods because they can still issue a fine, and we can't afford to pay $100 each for a freaking fine. And now it does make sense because of safety. You don't want the skiers to hit you, but I just wish that there was another path or that you could walk outside of the ski trail, but no. So that was disappointing, but all is not lost. There are walking trails here. There's one next to the visitor center, so we're gonna check it out. It seems pretty, and we're still gonna have a fun time on our little hike, and it's still a nice free thing to do. The parking's free, which is amazing in itself. So we're still gonna have a good time, but now we know that you can't go to those ruins walking for free in the winter. But in the summer, that's a great free thing to do because you can walk there no problem. But anyway, let's go see this little walk in the beautiful Gatineau Park.
All right, so we started our hike and we're here in this little cool shelter thing. I noticed that they have this matchbox just kind of chilling here full of all these cool matches. And then I see this wood stove and I'm like, could you feasibly start your own fire? And then I opened it up and there was no wood in there, and I went, aw, there's no wood. Except they have a ton of it right here in this wood box full of wood. You could feasibly just start a fire in here, chill out, have a nice little cozy meal, and go on your merry way. How cool is that? How trusting of the public. Well, not too trusting. They have to close at 4 p.m. because they had some incidents of vandalism from vandals. He's too happy. Okay, great news. So there are ruins that we can see for free in Gatineau, really close by to the Gatineau Park and hills and everything, by the way. It's only like probably 10-minute drive at most from where we were. But this is Mackenzie Estate Abbey ruin. So this is
ruins of an abbey, and there's like this stately house, Mackenzie house, which I think you can go in, but we didn't. We just went right to the ruins because we wanted to see ruins really badly. You didn't have to pay for parking or ski pass or skis. So today has been really good on our parking wallet, so that's a good thing. You can just come to the forest, see the Abbey ruins. It's like, isn't this so cool? It's like a portal to the forest, and there's like nobody around. It's a great place for photography, and yeah, we found ruins, yay!
All right, so in us being budget travelers, we like to save money, of course. So how do we do that? Well, first step is we house sit everywhere. So everywhere we go, it's free accommodation for a little bit of housework, usually some pet sitting thrown in. It's a great deal if you want to travel, see the world, and not pay a lot to do it. Another benefit of house sitting is that you get your own kitchen. And so in us getting our own kitchen, we also like to try local foods, but we don't like to pay a lot either. So how do we get around that? We cook it ourselves. So I went to a local grocery store, I picked up a bunch of ingredients, and today we are going to be making a Canadian French meat pie, vegetarian style. And I just want to give you a very warm welcome in return to Harrison's Kitchen.
What are you? An idiot sandwich.
As you can see, I got my Canadian attire on once again because it is enhancing my cooking skills by +10 on each attire, specifically Canadian cuisine. And yeah, so let's just jump into it. Let's make ourselves some French Canadian meat pie. Here is my fantastic Canadian meat pie, vegetarian style. Now this is a meal that me and Morgan are not really unfamiliar with, if we're being completely honest. We both have a strong French Canadian heritage, and my grandmother and Morgan's family as well has made meat pie for like Christmas and for Easter and different holidays like that. So we're very familiar with this. What am I gonna say? I'm gonna brag about myself for my cooking? Of course it's fantastic. No, I think it's really good. I took like an actual meat pie recipe and traded in the meat for the Gardein meat. So I was like, I don't know how it's gonna come out, but it came out pretty good. If you are interested in seeing the recipe I used, we'll put it in the description down below if you do want to make your own meat pie at home, so you can get a little taste of Canada while cooking at home, saving yourself some money and enjoying some culture. So I'm going to eat the rest of this, and Morgan will too, and we'll see you at the next place.
There's another cool museum, the Canadian Museum of History. This is another Thursday. We're taking advantage of all the free museum nights. And yeah, we're at the History Museum. By the way, these are like not props. These are real like totem poles from 1800s. It's just incredible. There's a whole bunch of them. They're like so impressive. I don't know if we can show on the camera the scope and size and magnificence of these things, but this is like one of the first things that we saw when coming in here. It's just crazy. Oh, the thing, we did find free parking on a side street, so it does exist in Ottawa, but you're hard pressed to find it. Anyway, I don't know, let's go enjoy the museum. What we're looking at here is a great collection of artifacts, clothes, tools, masks, all sorts of things from the first peoples of the northwest coast of Canada. Visitors to a Northwest Coast Passage village back in the day would be greeted by the chief wearing a headdress, his staff, and a rattle, and it's all like family crests. So cool! Like Canadian history, that's so cool. I don't know, I'm excited. Are you excited? Are you excited about history? History. Now we are in the First Peoples Hall, which celebrates the First Nations of Canada. It depicts traditional cultures of Aboriginal people and how European contact affected them. One of these exhibits was a standout to me, and I was absolutely fascinated. I actually just stood there and stared at this for a really long time. The Canadian Museum of History was able to bring the faces of a 4,000-year-old Indigenous family back to life. There is a three-dimensional forensic reconstruction of an Aboriginal family whose remains were found in an ancient burial site in British Columbia. I wish that we had gotten more footage of them besides this one clip, but it was really mesmerizing to watch them move and blink and to see what they really looked like 4,000 years ago. It was pretty amazing. So a bonus thing that you can do for free in Ottawa is to take a tour of Rideau Hall. It's free to take a tour. It's supposed to be very beautiful inside there, and there's a really whimsical tent room that I was really looking forward to seeing and getting photos in. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out. When we arrived, they were only doing French tours at the moment, so we came back for an English one later that day, but then the guard wouldn't let us in the way we came in earlier, so then we missed the tour. But it's something you could do. Okay, so that's our video of all the best free things to do in Ottawa. We hope you liked it, and I would really love to get your input on this video in the comments below for a very specific reason. This is actually the first video on our channel that I edited completely 100% by myself, start to finish, with no help. So I would love to know all the things I did wrong and all the things I did okay.
Yeah, I just want to jump in here and mention that she's not doing all the editing because I'm being a lazy bum. It's because I've taken over our kind of financial income, and I've been doing a bunch of freelance work, which takes up all of my time.
So we both have full-time jobs, like more than full-time jobs.
Yeah, we don't know what a day off is.
If you appreciate our videos and you like what we're doing here, there is a way that you could help us. We do have a Patreon. If you become a patron, you get cool rewards, you get secret vlogs that are only on our Patreon, you get to have postcards from us from around the world, and all sorts of different stuff that you can only get in our Patreon. You can donate as little as $1 one time up to as much as you want, and if you don't feel like actually signing up for a subscription thing, you can just donate to our PayPal if you feel so inclined.
One thing we do like to do in all of our videos where we do free stuff around town is we like to know what the locals do. So if you are curious as to where we're going to go, maybe we're going to a town you're going to, if you jump over to our website, moretravelplease.blog, you can see where we will be in the future, and if we're going to a town near you, please feel free to let us know and to know all the coolest things there is to do around town.
Please like the video, hit subscribe, share it, comment, all the things.
I really want to highlight that sharing aspect of that sentence, because sharing our videos is probably the biggest help you can do for us outside of monetarily. So please share this on your Facebook page, share this on Reddit, share this anywhere you feel like people will find value in these videos. We would really appreciate that.
Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one. And if you do come back, you'll be able to eventually meet this little girl here and see this awesome, amazing house sit. Not in the next video, but the one after that.
That's right.
So yeah, hopefully we'll see you there. Thanks. Bye.
See ya. Hello there.
Filming? Mm-hmm. All right.
Do it again. Sorry. It goes out of focus.
All right.
You're like a hibachi chef, but Canadian, because I got my Canadian suit on. All red plaid, you know, traditional Canadian attire. All right, let's get cooking. Enough talking. We want to eat.
We have to peel the potato.
Hold on.